was dead. And hold on, give me a second. Sorry about that. Anyway, where was I? Anyway, welcome back to this series. I forgot about this one for a little bit, and I just remembered that people wanted this. Someone wanted this. I remember someone asking for me to continue it, but I never did because I'm fucking stupid. Sorry. I was drinking. Anyway, where was I? So welcome back to this series, and this part's not a new part because I'm fucking stupid. I decided I wanted to redo the whole thing, but in case of that, I'm just gonna make this video longer. So yeah. Anyway, sorry about that. My dog's moving underneath the bed. Anyway, where was I? Let's get into the series. So welcome back, or welcome to first part of What If Deku Was in the Second Great War, Part 1 redo. Anyway, we start our series at the sports festival. Jesus Christ, it took me so long to remember what that was called. We start our series at the sports festival, like last time. And everything's going smoothly, everything's going fine. They're about to start the 1v1s or whatever the fuck they're called. The duels. The duels. As a little tiny occurrence starts happening. You see at the center of the stadium, little sparks start happening. Sparks start coming from the floor, and you just see them just weirdly happening, and all of a sudden a spark strikes from the sky, seemingly out of nowhere. As you would see a bunch of people all wearing a word I can't say on YouTube. Actually, who fucking cares? My other series is fucked. All wearing Nazi uniforms. As you hear them all speaking in German, seeming to be checking each other. And they're all speaking in German, all making sure everything's all right, that's what it seems to be. No one there understands German. Nor I too much. I want to learn a bit more about it, but I'm not too good at it. So, yeah. But anyway. Germans are speaking and all that. As they're all doing this shit, and all the heroes are like, what the fuck? We're like, what the fuck? Who the fuck are these people? All wearing Nazi uniforms. They all think they're some fucking type of neo-Nazis. Some of them get the guard up, to make sure they're not fucking trying to hurt nobody. They got guns. They have guns. They have equipment. They have equipment that seems very old. Same thing with the guns. As the heroes get ready for some sort of fight, you see just all of a sudden you just see one of the Nazis fall down on the floor dead with a bullet hole straight through his fucking eyebrows. Like it's like right in between his eyebrows right there. And you see him fall and blood just starts coming out. As the rest of the Nazis take notice and fucking look to the person behind them, and they just see a man with the same figure of the man in the picture, just not with the same gun. Instead, he's holding a silenced pistol, because silencers were made back then. I fucking went back to do some research to make sure, and I was like, I looked at it, I was like, it's probably very shit silencers, but still, it's a goddamn silencer. At least the first shot's gonna be silenced. The rest of them probably not so much. So the first one was quiet. So when the first guy dropped, the rest of them start reaching for their guns, but the guy already takes out another one, not seeming to not be panicked at all, even though he definitely would be in this situation. It's like a fucking. It's basically what I would say a 6-on-1. There were 7 of them. He just took out one of them. 6-on-1. He takes out, but basically he just pulls up his gun, points it at another one who's getting his weapons ready, shoots the other one. As the rest of them already have their weapons ready, and he's like, fuck. And it's just the word, you just hear the word fuck slip out of the man's mouth. He's just standing there. He's like, fuck. As the Nazis just immediately try to just fucking fill him with lead. As the man just fucking books it, he just fucking moves. He runs towards one of the Nazis as fast as he possibly can. The only one that didn't have his guns fully out yet. As he ran to them, as the other ones were trying to shoot at him, the one without the fucking gun ready is just there, and the man just fucking grabs to his hip and pulls out a knife and just immediately goes straight for the throat and runs right past him, slitting the man's throat as the Nazi bleeds and falls to the floor, slowly dying from bleeding. And he's like holding his neck, and he's like squirming. His blood just smears out. Yes, lovely gore. Not too detailed, but just enough so you know what's going on. Man, so you see the Nazi just slowly losing grip on life. He's becoming more and more slow, and then he just stops. Sorry about that, my brother was yelling in the background. But per usual. Hold on. Anyway, on to the rest of this shit. So that's 3 down, 4 to go. As the men already are drawn, so the guy can't really do anything, so he draws his pistol and just fucking fires. He just fires. The shots get louder and louder the more he shoots. Because you guys know how a silencer works, right? How it's jammed. It's like first filled with air. So the first shot's the most silent out of all of them, basically, or the only silenced one, and then the rest of them are just fucking no good. The rest of them are basically loud. So the man, takes out another one by just suppressing fire. As he hear tick tick tick. He's like, fuck. And another fuck slips out of his goddamn mouth. So the man, all he could do is draw his knife. So he draws it, and all he could do is hope to fucking God one of them runs out of bullets. Which luckily one of them did run out of it in his magazine. So the one Nazi tries to reload as fast as possible, but the guy's already fucking there to him. He grabs him, stabs him through the throat, slits it more open so he dies faster, grabs him by the mouth and twists him over so it's a body shield, and the 2 other guys start fucking loading bullets into their ally, trying to get him. Basically, the man was Swiss cheese by the end of it. That Nazi was Swiss cheese by the end of it. As the man grabs another thing from his holster, one simple grenade. Yeah, I believe grenades looked a bit more like they did now. Not the German sticky grenade, which is the most popular out of all the grenades in those for some fucking reason. To the point where every time you play one of those games, it's most likely the only grenade you can use. But still, what the fuck ever. He pulls the pin, puts it on the man, and then just fucking flips him over the fucking dead corpse he had, and just throws it on over. 2 guys have to deal with The two Nazis have to deal with a grenade on the floor. One runs, and the other one had no time to react and fucking boom, bit the dust. The one who ran got away, but was severely injured in his leg, so he couldn't move anymore. His gun, he dropped his gun, you know. As the guy tries to like move, but his leg's all fucked. As the man with the fucking who, you know, the only other man other than the Nazi slowly comes closer to him, and as he like kneels down to him, as he's like fucking not knowing what to do, only having his leg, you know, he's like, as he like basically squats down to him, and he's like, as he just stares into him with the fucking just those red lenses staring back in the Nazi's eyes, and the man just grabs it, just gets his knife and basically just jams it through the man's throat, through the, you know, the Nazi's throat. As you know, he holds it there. He gets on top of him and holds him there, making sure he dies. As you know, you see the fucking Nazis just gurgling, trying to fight back, and you know he's just dead. As he just slowly loses life and just dies. As the man wearing all this gear stands up, and he looks, and he looks down to his hip and grabs what seems to be some sort of radio system. Not a radio. Did they have kind of like walkie-talkie? Fuck, damn it. Sorry. The only one no, they didn't. They had that. So it's not on his hip, but it's on the back. It's where basically hanging from his back, and he grabs it. It's like basically looks like a old military radio thing. You guys know what I'm talking about? As he seems to dial in a number, and he puts the phone up to his thing, and he's like, the mission was somewhat a success. As he speaks, he's like, the mission was somewhat a success, because I'm not going to be doing a British accent, because I fucking suck at doing a British accent. Anyway, the mission was somewhat a success. They still use the device, but I took care of the ones that were in it. I would suggest, you know, bombarding this place with the artillery. As you know, nothing goes through, and he's like, hello. As you know, he's speaking, as he's like, there, he's like, hello? Sarge, are you there? As you know, nothing comes through. He's like, God damn this thing. As he puts the fucking phone back down, he's like, puts it on the floor and fucking kicks it. he's like, this thing, he's like, that thing's such a stupid piece of shit. Never fucking works when I use it. As you know, he's like, as he starts taking a moment to notice his surroundings, as he thinks to himself, so their device was some sort of teleporter, it would seem. Teleported me to wherever the hell this is. As you know, he takes more notice into the people in the crowd, and the lady wearing the weird shit, and the man who seems to be made out of fucking cement, and he's like, it teleported me to some one weird ass fucking place. You know, he'd take notice of everyone looking super fucking weird. He's like, is this some sort of Nazi Nazi experiment camp? So does that mean there's more of that device? More of the device that was used? So more of these teleporters. They lead to certain coordinates when typed in, I guess? Obviously, he doesn't know it's a fucking time machine. The thing was a time machine and not a teleporter. Obviously, the time machine still kind of worked as a teleporter. It still teleported you to a random place. But it was in time. Because time is of the essence. And not necessary. It moved you from a different place, but also, you know, moved you through time. But, you know, they never knew that it would move you to a different place, so, you know. So, like, he's years into the future, but he doesn't fucking know that. So, like, when he was taking notice of this place, all of a sudden you hear what would that noise be? I don't know. I don't even think it makes noise, but, all of a sudden he takes notice of a fucking, like, purple mist that seems to be forming around him. As you know, he has a fucking gas mask. He has a gas mask that's not gonna do shit. So he's, like, breathing, and he's like... He's like, looking around, he's like, what is this type of nerve gas? As you know, he looks around more as he notices where it's coming from. It's coming from the lady wearing all the weird shit, and it seemed to be being produced from her skin. As he's like, oh, yeah, okay. He's like, yeah, this is definitely some sort of Nazi experiment site. They're making people who can produce nerve gas from some sort of nerve gas, some sort of gas, I don't know, from their skin. Interesting. As you know, he's like, okay. He's like, okay. He's just kind of accepting everything right now. As all of a sudden a big fucking bulky man comes down, slams into the floor, sliding across, and screaming, "I am here!" As he he turns around to look at it, as all the fucking mist blew away just by the sheer force of him landing. And he looks towards the man. And he's like, "They're also," he looks at him. He's like, "Seems like they're also making brutes here." As he's like, "You evildoer!" Oh, Jesus Christ, it's so cringe to do fucking All Might. He's so goddamn... He's so cheesy. You evildoer! What brings you here? As you know, you notice that he's speaking in Japanese, not English, not German, so he's like... He's like, Japanese? He's speaking in Japanese. Is this a Japanese testing? This is a Japanese testing facility? Damn. There's Germans even got the Japanese to start doing it. What the fuck? He's like, what the fuck? This has been one crazy ass Wednesday. It's not Wednesday. I don't even know. I'm just saying a random thing. This is one crazy Friday. I should have never did that. I hate myself now. Anyway, moving on from that. As like he's like he starts speaking in Japanese because obviously he would know somewhat of Japanese. He's like, sorry, but my Japanese is so-so. It's no good. It is no good. As the man, as you know, All Might's like trying to understand this guy's fucking broken ass Japanese. He's like, huh? He's like, huh? As you know, the guys, they're both looking at each other in complete fucking confusion of what's going the fuck on. It's just like, okay. As All Might's like, never mind that. Let's just get this on with. As you know, All Might throws a punch as the man just simply just fucking dodges it. Man simply just dodges it. As you know, the big ass fucking air pressure goes by, but the man got dodged into him. You know what I mean? So he's behind all the air pressure, I think, because that's how it works, right? I don't know. Does it come up front, or does it also come up from, or would it just? That's something to think about. When you punch, would it pull the air that's first? It pulls the air it's pushing the air that's you're throwing your punch through, but also so it's also moving air forward. But does that mean that it has some drawback from behind too? So like, let's say All Might was surrounded by people, he can just throw one punch forward, and then everyone behind him would also go out, right? Because it's not like it's pushing it forward, it's pushing it. It's more like the air is like slowly going around your arm, so it would more like go backwards behind his arm. But if you did that at such speed, would it make it so then that goes by much harder and faster? Interesting things to think about, but not good for the story. So anyway, he dodges into the punch, basically just ducking under net and going and rolling towards him. So nothing behind. As he's like, as you know, the man's like, just says, all right, buddy, I've seen you pull. All right, buddy, I've seen you kind of guys pull this kind of stuff before. I know what I'm doing. I know exactly what I'm doing. As All Might like understands somewhat of his English. Because does All Might understand English? I feel like he would, because he just feels like he weirdly represents America in some way. Well, not represents, more like his outfit really got the American colors in him. I don't remember much about fucking All Might and if he's ever like known America in any way or something like that, or just English in general. So I'm gonna be assuming he knows somewhat of it just for plot convenience. I don't remember. I don't fucking care. I don't remember. I don't even give a fucking shit. Anyway, moving on. As All Might again takes another, not even a stance, basically, just a thing. As the man takes like a boxer stance, he's like, "All right, I know how to deal with you guys. You might be stronger than the rest of them, but it's pretty easy to deal with you guys. It's pretty easy to deal with you." As All Might again just swings as he dodges it and just basically just climbs up his arm, just climbs up him, and just fucking immediately goes for a kick straight. Immediately just swings a leg kick straight to his head and hits All Might pretty fucking hard. Like, damn. I'm just gonna be saying this for plot convenience. Well, not even plot convenience. I can just make shit up. His outfit has basically kind of like what Deku did for his, shoot style or whatever the fuck it's called again, where he just throws his kicks, basically putting armor on his legs. He has that. He did that as well. He basically just put a metal sheet onto his leg. It's not as good as like what they could provide here, but it's good enough. But it's fucking good enough. So he just basically fucking hit that guy with full force with a fucking metal. Hit All Might full force with fucking metal. So it stumbles All Might a bit as, again, the man moves away. Hold on. Sorry about that. I had to talk to my stupid ass fucking brothers. Anyway, moving on. Where the fuck was I? So, again, he gets back into a boxer stance while All Might just looks back over to him. And as you know, this man seems really confident, seeming to feel really fucking confident. He seems to be all loose and all that stuff. He seems to just be taking it as some sort of game instead of actually like a fight. But All Might's too stupid to notice this, so this kind of shit just basically goes on for like 2 more minutes. Where the man just basically playing with him, fucking every time he gets a hit, it's never like one that would fully take him out. As you know, the whole fight's going down, and it's like more heroes are like getting down there. Some are already down there about trying to get in, but trying to get in, trying to support in some way, but they don't know where the fucking when to come in. As as the man's just like, all right, this is no longer fun. As All Might throws one more punch, he's really fucking hurt. As the man just all of a sudden just fucking immediately dodges it and fucking clocks him in the goddamn chin. Like, you could see his face would turn right. His face would go like from forward to like looking left, and then you just watch as All Might stumbles, and then all of a sudden just falls to the floor, and then just falls to the floor like fucking chin first, basically, onto the floor. And he's just sleeping. He slept his ass. As you know, he's just looking at him. He's like, bro, I've fought so many others of you. It's really easy to beat one of you. Like, it's really easy to be a brute. It's really easy to beat a brute. All you have to do is be faster than them, and you basically win. A brute. Sorry. Sorry, I don't know why I started making monkey noises. Anyway, what was I gonna do? Fuck. As you know, the man seeming to now take notice of his surroundings, he's like, may or may not have accidentally gotten into a little too, maybe just a little too much fun there. He's like, damn it. I don't want to. He's like, damn it. I don't want to admit Sarge. I don't want to admit that fucking stupid piece of shit of a Sarge. As you know, Sarge said he was right. And it's just flashbacks to just him back in like World War II. And he's talking to his like Sarge. And he's like, one day he's like, one day you'll be caught. One day you'll be caught for doing all this, trying to have so much fun all the time. He's like, okay, and he's like, okay. He's like, okay, Dad. I'm just kidding. But he's like, okay, I don't give a shit. So he's like, fuck, that old fucking geezer was right, and damn it, I should have been paying more attention. Fuck. So he's completely fucking surrounded. He has no way of getting the fuck out of this. He's like, okay, this is gonna be having fun. As immediately something wraps around his neck as he gets dragged backwards, he immediately grabs his knife and cuts it. As you know, he looks back. As he looks back, and it's just someone says, "All right, you're a bit of a fisticuffs guy. I can give you a fight." As you know, he looks towards the person. He's like, whoa. I ain't gonna punch no woman. As you look back at it, Miss Aizawa. As he's like, huh? I'm sorry, but I can't hit a girl. I'm sorry, but I'm not gonna hit no girl. If she's an enemy of war, I would, but no. I don't know where the fuck. As you know, he starts thinking, he's like, is she an enemy of war? I mean, she seems to be not so like the rest of them, like some sort of experiment. She's using a fucking scarf to attack me. That's weird, but still, I don't think she's an enemy of war. Maybe. he's like, no, I ain't gonna hit no woman, all right, bro. I might be a douchebag, but I ain't gonna hit no girl. As you know, this little fucking mishap immediately fucks him over. Someone comes to the back behind him and just fucking knocks him the fuck out. He's like, because let's say like Snipe put a sleeping dart into him. He's like, huh? What happened? Is he like reaches behind him and pulls out something? He's like, oh fuck! He went through murder. Fucking hits the floor. You can hear his helmet, his metal helmet just go ding on the floor when he hits. He's like, I don't know if I could end it there. That's a good spot to end it. But how long have we this has been 30 minutes. Almost exactly. I think I might end this here. Maybe. Yeah, let's end this here. So then I can have a bit more time to think about the next scene. I already got it. I already know what it's going to be like. I'm just going to think about it more so I can put more detail into it. So yeah, this will be the end of the first part. Hope you guys did enjoy this part, and I hope you guys will enjoy the rest of the parts that come through. Anyway, goodbye.